What's up, YouTube? I'm about to do another live. This today, and this is about the correct terminology for gang stalking and targeted individuals. So you have FISA 702, and you also have what a lot of you should be looking for is the repeat offender program experiment. They actually call it rope. But yeah, it's actually called rope. Yeah. This is just a new form of slavery. But I believe that people, I guess, some type of government thought I was going to be scared of them or something. You can take anything. You can't take my spirit. You can't take my belief in God because ultimately you're a liar. They are liars. Even if you tell them the truth, I don't believe you. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you thought I'm going to stop. Like this is a whistleblower program. Like you think I'm finna stop? You think I'm finna stop talking? You threatening me for trying to, or you trying to threaten me with crimes or something? Like I'm stupid to commit a fucking crime? Okay. Let's get to the correct terminology for targeted individuals and gang stalking. What you have is the repeat offender program experiment, and I want people to look this up. Um, AI actually even tells you about this stuff. I just put this stuff in the I put this stuff in the Google search, and just put it like this for what it says. Let's say it for what it says. A repeat offender program is a strategy used by law enforcement and judicial systems to address individuals with a history of criminal activity. You cannot have a criminal activity and be going through this. This is for the same thing. I was actually a juvenile. I went to juvenile before, and that would make me not have a criminal history because when you have a criminal history in juvenile, at 18, I went to juvenile around 16 to 15. At 18, it's like it's removed from your record. Like you're now able to be a felon. But yeah, a repeat offender program is a strategy used by law enforcement and judicial systems to address individuals with a history of criminal activity. Before I keep reading, you fucking know who I am. I don't need to put my face on here. The people that need to know who I am know who I am. The people that need to know who I am know who I am. Motherfuckers trying to act like you hiding from something. They try to treat me like I'm on the run for something. Try to act like you hiding or trying to hide your face from YouTube or trying to act like you don't know who they don't know who you are or this or that. Dude, you know who the fuck this is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what the fuck that is. You're not fucking stupid. Come on now. Who account is this? How fucking stupid can you be not to know who the fuck this shit is, right? But anyway, I have no fucking worries, right? So these programs aim to reduce recidivism, the tendency of a convicted criminal to reoffend by focusing resources on individuals identified as high risk repeat offenders by focusing resources on individuals. And this is just jealousy, bro. I'm not a criminal. I don't go to jail. I'm a felon now due to what they caused. And that's legitimately just a high speed chase. Legitimate. Nothing was on me, just evading the police. Why are you stopping me? I just ran from them, right? So yeah, and that's what's in the documents. But yeah, by focusing resources on individuals identified as high risk repeat offenders. False. They often involve increased surveillance, targeted investigations, and specialized court processing. Key aspects of repeat offender programs: identification. Programs identify individuals with prior criminal records, often through data analysis, collaboration between law enforcement agencies. Targeting. Resources are focused on those with a high likelihood of reoffending rather than a broad approach. Now, keep this shit in mind. I'm reading this shit from Google AI. I ain't going on a website. Google AI is telling me this, so you know it's true. Next page. This is example of repeat offender programs. They have one in Phoenix repeat offender program, focus on increasing conviction and incarceration rates for high risk individuals through case management and specialized attention in criminal justice process. Austin, Texas, repeat offender program, ROPE. This is what they call it. This is the new form of slavery. The people that don't do nothing, that's who they bother. That everybody that do shit, they don't bother them, right? Because we know not to, right? They watching everything, right? So Austin Repeat Offender Program, a rental registration program for properties with multiple code violations aimed at ensuring safe living conditions for renters. Maryland Repeat Offender Program, focused on and incapacitating repeat offenders through system-wide coordination and improvements in criminal processing. Atlanta's Repeat Offender Program. I'm in that area. Use geospatial mapping to identify repeat offender hotspots and provide real-time information to judges to increase detention rates. CFPB's repeat offender unit focuses on identifying, preventing, and curing persistent non-compliance among non-bank companies subject to certain orders. Okay, so you're being followed around and harassed to, um, basically just cause problems. They cause problems. These people don't only surveil you. You know what's cool? Surveilling someone without harassing them. They harass you into committing a crime, bro. Or lashing out or getting mad. We don't. I mean, they can't really do it to someone that already knows what's going on. Like, cause we know I'm not gonna commit a crime, bro. I know I don't give a fuck what you say to me. I know what's going on. Like, I know you watching me. I know you want me to do that. So I don't care what you say to me. So I'm not about to do that. But they harass you. They don't just surveil you. They harass you, bro. They harass you. This is why you never end up in any type of situation to ever prove this type of stuff. Because if it has to be, it has to be. I don't care. This is wrong. This is wrong. And this goes along with scripture. They frame with mischief by the law, meaning what they do. Ain't no framing shit. Meaning what they do. They frame with mischief by the law. Why the fuck is you following somebody around that don't do shit? They not doing that shit to people that they not they not doing that shit to people that don't that sell drugs and shit. These people won't even be aware of this type of shit. People that's violent, they won't even be aware of it. They won't be aware of it. Or a person that's aware of being on a repeat offender program, FISA 702 gang stalking, a person that's aware of that is not going to do anything. They're not going to do shit. So they do this shit to people that they feel know that they feel that these people, the people they do this shit to, they feel that they know something about the system. If you ask me, if you know not to commit crime, the system is going to be mad at you. If you know of 24/7 surveillance, the system is going to be mad at you. You can spread that information, which is what I'm about to do. And that's just what it is. It hasn't stopped. It stopped, but it stopped once I said that. It stopped once I said it. Like, this is just like I just said this shit a day ago. My harassment stopped a little bit, you know. But it's just like, man, bro, like like what you think I'm finna do? Like, you think I'm finna just sit here and just take that? No, there's nothing you can do to me, and I don't care what you do to me. You can't take my belief in God. Literally, you literally frame of mischief by the law, bro. That's wrong. Like, the scripture is correct with everything that it says. This is why I get mad when people question God and they on here talking about gang stalking. It angers me. God is trying to reach out to you. You are a beautiful person. You're a great person. God is trying to reach out. But God is something people don't want to talk about. God is also something people don't want to hear. And honestly, years ago, I believed in God, but it still would get me to click off someone's video. It still would get me to click off someone's video when they speak of it. But it's just it's sickening. Like, the way that the scripture is I don't know how many years ago the scripture is ago, bro. I don't know. I don't know how many years ago the scripture is, but the fact that it's correct, like, when were they framing mischief by the law? That long ago. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's insane, but that's not the only scripture. It's just a bunch of it. It's a bunch of it. And you just have to learn. You have to learn things. You just have to learn things, bro. But yeah, these people don't understand that I don't care. I'm not about to stop, and I'm about to start putting signs up in every state. every street person that I run into that's a criminal, which I've never fucking been in my life. Everybody that I run into, I'm going to tell them about 24/7 surveillance, bro. And I hope they fucking spread it. I hope they spread it everywhere. Don't do anything, guaranteed consequence. That's why people do things, because they don't know there's a guaranteed consequence. They don't know they're being watched. So that's why people do things. If motherfucker not gonna do nothing to somebody if they know they going to jail. So you just have to completely just apply logic to every fact of life, every part of life. You have to apply logic. You have to apply logic to every part of life. You have to apply logic. You have to apply logic to every part of life, man. And that's just what that is. You must apply logic. You can't move around and think this. Apply logic. Who the fuck could be watching me through my phone camera? Apply logic, bro. It's not your neighbor. Um, it's not your coworker. They get notifications, bro. That's not culpable. It's not culpable to be able to watch someone else and you just doing your own stuff. Like you can watch this person put in their phone. You can watch this person put in their debit card information in their phone. That's no one but law enforcement, bro. And they'll use other people to tell you that it's regular citizens. That's what causes the mental illness. That's what causes problems with people. And they just surround you with these type of people. They surround you with perpetrators. Anywhere that you go, you're controlled. The environment is controlled. If you want to be in a relationship, you can't do it at work. If you want to be in a relationship, you can't do that. You have to move around. You have to drive to the whole other side of the city and looking for a relationship and just do that all day until you get about 10 numbers and go back home. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because the environment becomes controlled. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have these people, like, say, if you go in a restaurant or something, I wouldn't be surprised they have these people they have a random person just be a waitress to say no to you, you know, be a perpetrator. But yeah, Pfizer 702 gang stalking. I don't know how long this live stream gonna be, but I'm gonna try to keep this up. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Um, it's just sickening. It's a sickening game, and that's what that is. These people sick, bro. They sick, and they make it so obvious. Once you can get inside, they make it so obvious. Once you can get inside places to where you don't have to pay rent, things like that. If you're disabled, oh, it's gonna be so bad on you. That's how they do you. They're gonna do that the worst way, especially if you're disabled. You get money, but it's also a disability to be unsocially interactive on purpose. It's also a disability to prefer isolation. That's also a disability. It's also a disability to prefer not being at a party. It's also a disability to prefer to just go home and go to work. It's a disability. Why? Because you can make all your money and have you can have your whole salary. It's a disability to tell people that you sleep in a shelter. It's a disability to tell people that you sleep in the car and be okay with it. It's a disability. That's money. That's money. It's a disability to not block. It's a disability to not buy clothes. It's a disability to prefer isolation. That's why you're targeted. You stop wanting to be around folks. That's why you're targeted. You stop wanting to be around folks. You focused. That's why you targeted. That's true focus. I don't want a friend. I want to make money so I can do the fuck I want to do. That's true focus. So that's why you're targeted. And a lot of people get a disability. That's why they targeted. Mine is supposedly permanent, and I've been on disability for around 7 years, bro. And this is exactly when it started. I swear to God. As soon as I got on disability, that's exactly when that shit started. It started as soon as I got on disability. As soon as I got on disability, I got home and I seen targeting. I was sitting outside my house, just chilling, um, you know, and just seeing just crazy stuff, bro. People driving past my house, um, doing crazy shit, swerving past my house. I'm like, damn, like this shit crazy as hell. And I'm like, shit, let me look this stuff up. Like, damn, it's gang stalking, bro. A month into me getting disability, and I don't even want to talk about that on here. I would probably click off of that if I was somebody else. But a month into me, it was if you getting disability, you could probably listen to this. But a month into me getting disability, people were trying to start beefs with me. People that never spoke to me trying to speak to me aggressively, or people that I just never talked to and seen in person, just trying to speak to me aggressively. But you just have to understand what's going on. Society is at people in society are at a low IQ. Society has a very low IQ, bro. And I said, honestly, I'm trying to stay here 100 years on this earth purposely, but I am not trying to come back here, bro, because I do not want to be out. Like, bro, humans are out of control, bro. They don't have control over their body. They don't have control over their actions, bro. The media control their actions. Your girlfriend break up with you, nigga, they gonna do something. Your nigga, they'll do something to their girlfriend just cause of that, bro. They don't have control over their actions. They don't have control over their actions. Motherfucker get mad at some nigga they enemies with, they gonna go do something to them, right? They don't have control over their actions. They don't know what's going on out here, bro. They don't understand that slavery never stopped. It only switched to everyone. You know what I'm saying? It never stopped. It only switched to everyone. It never stopped, bro. It only switched to it being every race being enslaved. Everyone is enslaved. But if you think you alone in your house, you're a slave. And damn near, if you know you ain't alone in your house, you a slave. You think you alone outside, you a slave. Somebody always watching and listening, bro. And that's what you must have to understand. That's what people should understand, bro. But I'm glad they don't. It's a benefit to society. I'm glad they don't understand it. But it's just sickening. And back to what I was saying, repeat offender program experiment. You want to look that up. You feel what I'm saying? You don't even have to be a person that was a juvenile or something like that. You want to look that up because, bro, they will harass you because of that. You don't want to look that type of stuff up. You can look that up, and that's just what that is. They will harass you because of that type of stuff. You know, they will harass you for that. Repeat offender program experiment. Another target spoke on it before me. I decided to look it up myself, and AI even speaks on it. That's literally where they harass people that don't do shit around. They harass them around the city. They harass them wherever they go. They harass them, bro. And they don't just surveil them. Surveillance is fine. They harass them. You might get people that have a shirt on that says something on the shirt. Indirect conversations. You walking through a crowd, but it's always on point. You know, it's always on point. Indirect conversations when you walking through a crowd. The police think they scare somebody, bro. I'm talking about it on fucking YouTube, and I'm about to put it on the fucking streets. You feel who you think you scaring, bro? Like I don't know, bro. I don't know who the fuck these people think they is, bro. But I don't know, bro. I don't know who the fuck they think they is, bro. You're allowed to do what you're allowed to do. You know, they're allowed to do what the fuck they're allowed to do. You can't take my spirit, you can't take my faith. And I haven't done shit in my life, bro. So I'm not worried. I'm chilling. Motherfuckers trying to treat you like you on a run, pissed off that you're not paying rent, pissed off that you get disability, just pissed, bro. Pissed. You're pissed. And it's gotten me angry. Yes. It's gotten me it's gotten me angry over the past 7 years, bro. It has. It has. It has. I'm not about to continue to do this shit. But correct terminology for this stuff is not gang stalking. It's called FISA 702. It's FISA 702, bro. They don't just surveil people; they harass the shit out of them. And harassment causes what it can cause embarrassing information from your childhood. Harassment can cause any type of anything, bro. It can cause it. So it's a bunch of reason that they do these things, bro. And they'll be listening to you. But yeah, bro, like it's sickening, and this shit needs to be exposed. So yeah, this shit needs to be exposed, bro, and that's just what it is. These programs need to be exposed, bro. They need to be deleted. And the fact that this is in the book, like it's in the fucking Bible. It's in the Bible. It's on the internet. They frame of mischief by the law, bro. It's in the Bible. It's on the internet. They frame of mischief by the law, and not frame of a person. No, you can't do that. You frame of mischief by the law. Like you frame what you're doing as if it's something good. Like you following somebody fucking around. You're following somebody around, harassing them, and saying it's legal, so we can do it. They understand repeat offender program experiment. It's theirs. What the fuck is that legal for? Shit, they used to put niggas on a rope. You get what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. But anyway, FISA 702 is a correct term. Also, repeat offender program. You don't have to be a person that has committed a crime to be on a repeat offender program. You don't. Personally, I was a juvenile before. I was in juvenile for a long time. Like it was a very short extent, not even probably like a day. Like but I still had to do probation for it. But that'll be something that'll put you on a repeat offender program. Um, FISA 702. They don't just follow you around and surveil you. That's fine, bro. That's cool. That's cool. Surveil me. What, you're harassing me? You're saying indirected conversations while I'm aware of this. While I'm aware to talk anywhere in America alone and someone can hear me. While I'm aware of this Truman Show effect, and you're harassing me. They're doing that for a reason, bro. They're doing that for a reason, and those things they can't even um, they can't even say anything about, bro. But shit, nigga, that's just what that is, bro. But it's just sickening. It's sickening shit. I was gonna make this a long live, bro. I don't know. I don't get too many comments on here anymore. Hold on. Yeah, I don't get too many comments on here anymore. Uh, Too much, at least on my stream yard. But yeah, they just play six psychological games, bro. And that's just pretty much what that is. Six psychological games. No one on here has committed a crime. If you committed a crime and you talking about no one on here has committed a crime that has no statute of limitations. If you're on here and you committed a crime that doesn't have a statute of limitations, bro, that's probably like the dumbest shit that you can do. Like that's retarded. And that's something that they'll try to make you think in your mind once you start to get on the right mindset. Like you understand what it is. They'll try to make it seem like you did something. Like what you talking about, bro? Stop playing with people, bro. You feel what I'm saying? This is exactly what the fuck happened to Myra Mays, bro. This is exactly what they did, bro. This is exactly what they did, bro. You know, that's the same thing that happened to Myra Mays, bro. And they think they're just gonna anger you and do shit like how you hear right now. Just let that. I'm just gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let that sit till it stops. Yeah. Do shit like just how they did to Myra Mays, bro. Just how they did Myra Mays, bro. Had to go into a police station to ask if he did something. Then it's worse if you have something to lose. And they playing mind games and shit with people, bro. They attack certain people, bro. They don't do it to, like I said. Hold on, let me go back to it. They tell you that they do it to certain people. It says programs. What repeat offender program says, what repeat offender program says is programs identify individuals with prior criminal records, often through data analysis, collaboration between law enforcement agencies. Resources are focused on those with a high likelihood of reoffending rather than a broad approach. Some jurisdictions have created specialized units, have created specialized units um, that such as substance abuse treatment or mental health services, focused on increasing conviction and incarceration rates for high-risk individuals through case management and specialized attention in the criminal justice process. So they tell you that they do it to certain people. It says, I try not to react, but it gets hard. Thanks again. God bless, I became a TI in November 2022. Get hit with energy weapons all day. Yeah, I mean the energy weapon part, I'm not sure what that part really is, but that's something I hear a lot of people say. I try not to get into that because, like, bro, these people are sick, and like I said, jealousy is cruel as the grave. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. I understand the energy weapon part is real. I've actually pointed out some things that it could be that made me feel certain type of ways. Like I would start to sweat and get heat fumes and stuff like that once I seen certain things or heard certain things or felt watched or something like that. So that I used to think like, maybe people just see certain things and maybe it's just that and they think it's an energy weapon. Maybe they feel surveilled in their house and think it's an energy weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's a little bit too far. But man, go outside unless you. My targeted was based on a female coworker I pissed off. She wanted revenge. Uh see, that's the type of stuff that I don't really know about. Like it's just people being able to do that type of stuff. I think they try to make you think that, because the Truman Show makes you think that. And then if you think it's a female and you some type of man and you dating that girl or you was dating that girl before or even a coworker, if you think it's that, then the government can use that. Like they can use that. Like I don't think it's a female that put me on this list because the Truman Show tells you that. That's what drives people crazy. You know what I'm saying? She doing all of that, but that person ain't even hitting your phone. Like so that's what I heard somebody listen to another target say that that's a device of the enemy. I done got tricked in my mind to say certain things and get mad at certain things, thinking that tricked myself and got mad at certain things, thinking that hey, this girl put me on this list. Nah, bro, that's the government, and I never fuck with that girl again because she probably worked with him, but she don't understand that psychological effect. Because anyone that understands this psychological effect, um, a lot of people work with the government, bro. That's what they do. That's what they do. They with them, but people don't understand that psychological effect, bro. They don't understand that psychological effect. Anyone that isolates, you stay in the house, right? You said you don't understand why. You say I have no idea why I'm targeted, bro. You stay in the house, right? You isolated, right? You prefer not to have friends, right? Bro, that's the key to success. That's the secret key to success. Preferring not to go out is going to make you not buy clothing. I mean, I suggest you get up and go to work though, and try to like, um, unless you're disabled or something. I suggest you get up and work and try to like make a way away from people. Make your way to get away from people. Make your way to get from around people. That's what I suggest you do because, like, bro, that's the key to success. That's the secret key to success. Preferred isolation, and everybody can't know that. Because everybody can't do that. Bro, I haven't been to a party and I never used to really go to parties, but I have been before. I haven't been to a party in like 7 years, bro. I can count on my hands how many parties I went to probably in my life. But yeah, he said there's a lot of psyops used on us. Yeah, it is, bro. It is. It is, man. And it's sickening. It's sickening. It's very sickening. But you got these, I don't know if they shields or what. You know how them people are act if you have to prove this in front of somebody. You know how they'll act, but there is correct terminologies, bro. This is no goddamn secret, bro. There is correct terminologies that I don't know if they shields or what, but there is correct terminology besides gang stalking, and it's exact. FISA 702 harass the shit out of people, bro. They don't just surveil them. Repeat offender program, they have to be harassing you, bro. They have to be doing something. They not getting to that shit all the way. Motherfucker trying to send shit around you and get you set up, shit like that. You gotta sit a damn minor with tattoos all over their body, nigga, or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like on some shit like that. You motherfucker 18, right? I'm just saying, I'm just talking shit, but that'll never happen to me. I've never done that in my life, to my knowledge, and that's crazy. If you fuck somebody that's underage, you fuck a minor, you'll fuck anything, and that's just what that is because that's something that you would want to keep a secret. You're not gonna tell anyone as a grown man. You're not gonna tell anyone that you had sex with a 17-year-old. So this is why I say apply logistics in life. Anyone that does that, they 17 and under as well. Because you're going to keep it a secret. A girl till you see 17, you still have sex with her. You're going to keep it a secret. You're not going to tell anyone that. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to keep it a secret. So anything you'll keep secret, you'll do it. They'll do it. I like to start using the word they because I want to keep people on my channel. I want to keep people on my channel, so I like to use they. They. You don't want to use you. But yes, the terminology is important because they want us using terms to discredit us. Pfizer 702 Stasi, and organized stalking. NSA, DHS watch list. A lot of people don't know about DHS, man. They don't know about Department of Homeland Security, which is why the funding the police. Like I said, I made a bunch of comments, bro. I know defunding the police only takes defunding the police only takes letting people know, hey, this is guaranteed consequences. You do this, they're watching you. They're watching everything. The Department of Homeland Security made a video trying to scare whistleblowers, trying to make whistleblowers think that everybody knows of 24/7 surveillance. They made a video showing them being able to watch anything. They made a video showing that they can watch anything, and they think that everybody watched that. No criminal is watching that, bro. And if it is, the other side of their ear is open. It's gonna go out the other side of the ear. They ain't gonna be thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking about that. So that's just what that is. Um, that's just what that is, bro. And these motherfuckers think they can silence whistleblowers and stuff like that, bro. If I decide to blow a whistle, bro, that means because I can. I don't believe that I can't. I don't believe that you can bind me up outside of anything outside of child support. And it's not because a motherfucker be you try to, they have anything to try to motherfucking do. Oh yeah, you just a clean criminal. No, nigga, I don't know. There is no clean criminal, nigga. That's impossible. You feel what I'm saying? Like they try to like make it seem no, bro. Ain't nobody did shit. You know what I'm saying? I know ain't nobody on here, bro. I know ain't nobody on here uh uh done did a crime. I hate to say this. Don't talk to yourself about it. Let it go. But I just know nobody's on here that did a crime that has no statute of limitations, bro. You on here talking about the government, bro. And then they'll try to make it seem like this you on here, so that's a cover up. Bro, I know every motherfucking way these motherfuckers try to play, bro. It's no, you know. And yes, research remote neural monitoring, biodigital convergence. That's the truth. That's facts. Remote neural monitoring. I just stay away from those crazy terms, but those are exact facts, bro. Those are exact facts. I mean, waking up, soon as you wake up, soon as you open your eyes, you hear something. Um, like, damn, is it a camera or is it remote neural monitoring, right? You know, I have my profile on X, the Black Ops program. I have my profile on X. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Whatever you have to do to expose this type of stuff, bro, is because it's sickening. Like it's sickening, bro. It's whatever you have to do to expose this type of stuff. I'm sitting out here drunk. I can't be inside I can be inside the shelter, but they don't open up inside. They don't open the beds. They don't open the beds until about 4 o'clock. But yeah, bro, like yeah, like I post all my stuff too, but I really just put it on YouTube because, like I said, um, this is embarrassing. Um, Instagram, or any of these other things. Like that's what I use to get women and stuff like that. So I don't want them knowing. You want them kind of think you're a gangster. I don't want them knowing that the government know my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of keep this type of stuff on YouTube. Um, so that's another way you can tell that they're, um, you know, flogging, lying. You know, please subscribe, bro. And God bless, bro. God bless for sure. God bless, bro. People don't understand the power of God, but God bless. Another person says when I would wake up, notification sounds on my cell phone would go off. Yep, that's facts, bro. That's facts. That's exact facts, bro. They try to make you very uncomfortable, and you must understand who's doing it. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think is doing that? Do you think that there was? I hope you don't think that there's citizen involvement. You know, I hope you don't think there's citizen involvement. There's no citizen doing that. The most these people don't even the citizen that harass you, they don't know what they're doing. They may receive notifications, but they don't know what they're doing, bro. It's not psychologically culpable. It's not psychologically culpable to be watching somebody sleep. You know, it's only somebody with that technology that knows how to make sure that they're not being watched that can do that. And then it's not even psychologically culpable for them. They'll probably start thinking it's another way that they being watched themselves. Hackers, yep. Hackers, it definitely could be hackers. Definitely could be hackers. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, them hackers, but hacking ain't even hackers almost ain't a criminal. Hackers almost ain't even criminals, bro, because they not a hacker only gonna be a hacker. If you know all this technology, think about that. A hacker only gonna be a hacker. If they know all of that technology, a hacker's only gonna be a hacker, bro. I'm all the way logic. I'm all the way logic, bro. A hacker only gonna be a hacker, bro. Shit, possibly a scammer. You feel at the most. Yep. My phone is mirrored by the ears. Yep, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they do that. That's for fact. I'm pretty sure they do that. I've seen actually I swear to God, bro. About 5 years ago, actually. I swear to God, I don't delusional. I've never done any drug besides weed. I've done ecstasy once, never again, right? So one time, like literally, I've done ecstasy literally once, right? So I was on Instagram. I followed a rapper, and he posted a mail, and the mail screen was monitored. The male was looking at models, scrolling down Instagram, and he was just saying all type of shit. Like he was like, damn, like he was kind of looking retarded a little bit. Like he was saying, but he was saying all type of crazy stuff. But yeah, he was saying all type of crazy stuff, but he was kind of looking retarded and shit. Um, but yeah, he was just talking about the models, like he was like, damn, or this or that. But they was screen recording him while they was showing his screen while they was recording him. And the rapper posted it on Instagram as like a little joke. I don't know if they just sent that to me. They might have just been on my timeline. They could do anything they want, bro. You know, all of that money. Yeah, bro. I can't do any type of drugs. I can't do any type of drugs. Um, I ain't gonna say it's discrediting for people to. I ain't gonna say it's discrediting for people that did do drugs. Because if you stopped and you still notice it, and that's a reason to be targeted. Like I can see if a person is actively doing it, they probably not a target. But every other target, if people have done drugs, they've stopped and they notice targeting shit. It's not the drugs, you know. If you done drugs and you stop, you notice targeting. It's not the drugs, bro. I ain't did no type of drug, besides weed, and that shit don't do that. That shit make you calm, and make you be calm, cool, and collected. But but yeah, bro. Like I like long lives. I want to make people, because I read people catalog. I want to make people be able to just come to my live stream and understand what I'm saying, bro, and understand logistic. Like, bro, I hope I don't make you. I hope I don't make you like a little bit too paranoid. But targeting doesn't stop. You will be on my level. So I'm just trying to get you prepared. Targeting does not stop, and you will be on my level. You will be on my level of targeting, and that's just what that is. You know, so that's just what that is. You will be on my level of targeting. It's very bad. Like it's very bad stuff. You will be on my level of targeting. Um, you will be on my level of targeting. It gets very bad, and you must have to understand to just try to make it to where you can't look at things. You know, they trying to kill you. They trying to kill us. They try to make it to where you can't. Yep. Receiving messages, notifications. Yep. They try to make it. They try to make it to where you can't. Like you don't want to look at certain things on the road. You know, it gets that bad. I'm telling you right now. Once it gets that bad, bro, overdo it. Look at everything. Look at what you're supposed to be looking at. It's not necessarily on the road. When you're driving, you kind of just when you're driving, it's kind of cool. But when you're walking, it's kind of worse. When you're walking, it's kind of worse. But when you're driving, it's kind of cool. So you just have to understand what's going on, and that's just what that is. Um, and that's just what that is, bro. FISA 702, correct terminology of what's going on. They harass the shit out of people. It's not just surveillance. And it never ends up anywhere for people to talk about it. I want to talk about it. So I just can't wait to get the chance to do that. And I just want to let you know exactly who I am. They know exactly who I am, and they don't scare me. And that's just what that is. I'm pressing whatever issue it is. I'm going to take you to the fullest. And that's just what that is. You know exactly who I am. Um, they know exactly who I am. Because I ain't put my name on here, my face on here. They know exactly who's supposed to know who I am, knows who I am. The police be trying to play stupid, you know? So that's just what that is, right? Yeah, they don't scare me, bro. Me either. I don't know what the hell they think. They better connect to God, bro. You need to connect to God, bro. This is in the scripture. Like, this is in the scripture, bro. Like, I don't know who the hell they think they scaring. I'm pressing though. That's just what that is. But yeah, bro. That's just the correct terminology for this type of stuff. And that's just what it is. Organized stalking is something that you would use over gang stalking. But FISA 702 and ROPE, ROPE, is something that's documented in is in a code book. FISA 702 is in a code book. ROPE is in a code book. And it can be used to mind control someone to think certain things, to believe certain things about themselves, because you're being harassed everywhere. Um, you're being harassed everywhere, 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 bro. Yeah, bro. And like I said, you can become a candidate for whatever they want. Whatever they want, you can become a candidate for it. So just prepare. Um, yeah, just prepare. Just prepare. Because I'm coming with it and I'm not playing. And that's just what that is. These motherfuckers then chased me around, not chased me, like, but they act like I'm on a run. My name is checked into a shelter. I was just in a fucking motel. My name is checked in everywhere I go to. I work jobs. Why are you lying? You're not using me for a gangster asset. Um, yeah. Let me say this first. You're not using me for some type of gangster asset. I've never done anything gangster in my life at all. And I hate to say that shit. God damn, I hate to say it. I used to want to be a rapper. But since I don't want to do that anymore, I can say that shit so openly. Oh my gosh. You feel what I'm saying? I used to want to be a rapper so bad, but I ain't did shit gangster. So I'm just glad, bro. I'm just glad about that. I'm glad to say that type of stuff, bro. And it's just a beautiful situation. You know, it's just a beautiful situation. I'm glad to say that type of stuff. Like I love it. You know, I love it. Like because people don't have control over their life. Somebody's shoe gets stepped on, nigga. Motherfucker need to goddamn shoot something, or whatever, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfucker do this, motherfucker think that. Motherfucker say something about this motherfucker. Motherfucker think they need to do something. You know, and that's just what that is, bro. Like they don't have control. They don't have control over their body, bro. Like they don't have control over their actions. Grown men. I've seen grown men not have control over their actions, bro. Like you don't have control over your actions. Like you know what I'm saying? I've been seen grown men don't have control over their actions, bro. If you can let a motherfucker piss you off to where you commit an action, you don't have control over your actions. And yeah, they'll vandalize your car, but that stuff, I don't know. And that stuff is just, I don't know. I kind of try to stay away from that type of stuff as far as thinking that they'll vandalize your car and stuff like that. It's the truth, but it's like, is they literally walking past your house and going to your car? Is it? I feel like they throw spikes on the road or something like that before they do that, because that's kind of obvious. What if you just sit there and watch your car all night? You know, that shit kind of obvious, bro. I don't know, like, but that's however they vandalize your vehicle, nigga. That's how they do it. You know, however they do that, that's how they do that. But that's what that is. Yeah, but that's what that is, bro. Another thing is mental agreements. Um, um, mental agreements. A lot of people have a problem with mentally agreeing with things. Myron Mays, he couldn't mentally agree with things. Why not mentally agree? You know they lying. Why not mentally agree? You know they lying. Why not mentally agree? Myron Mays went and did some heinous shit because he thought that they were trying to set him up or something like that. So Myron Mays did some crazy shit. Why don't you just mentally agree with it? You have to become mentally agreeance. Like they try to make you uncomfortable around certain places. Mentally agree with it around certain people. Mentally agree with it. Nigga, they try to call you a pedophile or some shit. Nigga, mentally agree with it. They don't mean you commit those actions. No, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're not going to, but mentally agree with it. Like hell yeah, I can't wait to do that. I ain't trying to be funny. That's not true. That's never happening. I'm just saying, bro, it's gonna make you comfortable because you're never doing it anyway. That's not attractive. You know, like that's not attractive. But they think because I live in the hood that I would emit hood behavior. Mm, yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's factual. They think that's what they do, bro. Like they do stuff like that. But you have to understand that type of stuff. You know, they think that you try to be hood or what, and motherfucker. Like I said, like they try to make me like some type of asset for a rapper or something like that, bro. I'm not hood at all, and I'm embarrassed you and say that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so don't even try that. And if it ain't about that, they'll say, "Oh nah, we ain't trying to do that. We just trying to fuck your life up. We ain't trying to make you no asset." Yes, you are. You feel what I'm saying? You want to move with lies, just like how these folk do. You want to move exactly how them folk do. You want to move with lies, nigga. Motherfucker, you want to move with lies, just like the motherfucker do, bro. You want to move with motherfucking lies, nigga. Shit, nigga, I ain't no motherfucking street nigga at all. I hate to say it. I ain't even hit no street acts. But yeah, bro, that shit just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, bro. It's a blessing to be able to say that. There's also people that can't even accept telling other people that they stay in homeless shelters. People that can't stay in a homeless shelter because of their reputation. This is the same type of shit that get people killed. Ego and reputation. You feel what I'm saying? Ego and reputation get you killed, bro. Like you trying to worry about what somebody's saying about you. You know that should get you hurt. But you have to mentally agree with things, bro. You say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to jail." Why would I go to jail, bro? I'm getting that message. Oh, All right, cool. Yeah, you right. You have to mentally agree with this type of stuff, bro. Because if you don't, look at Myra Mays. Mentally agree with it. In the mind. Mentally agree with it. You feel what I'm saying? Mentally agree with it, bro. I got the perfect examples. Mentally agree with it. Because it drives me crazy, bro, when I see shit like subliminal threats. Like every target gets, hey, man, you going to jail. This or that. You did this or you did that. And this going to happen to you. And this going to happen to you. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You're right. Hell yeah, that's facts. And I did. You get what I'm saying? In the mind, bro. Or just say it like that. You get what I'm saying? Don't let the motherfucker make you say exactly what they're trying to accuse you of, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's possible to do that with the harassment and the constant surveillance, bro. To where you think you getting watched and listened to anywhere you go in America. You go in the motherfucking middle of a field and try to say some shit in the middle of nowhere, nigga. And guess what, nigga? You being watched. You feel what I'm saying? You being watched, nigga. Just say facts, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just say facts. Facts, facts, facts. Because they will not succeed, bro. No one's on here. And I'm about to get off here after I say this. And greetings, bro. And I'm about to get out of here as soon as I say this. But nobody on here has committed any crime that has a statute of limitations that doesn't have a statute of limitations, bro. That means like homicide, which is homosexual, pedophilia doesn't have a statute of limitation. Rape doesn't. None of that stuff. You ain't did none of that stuff, bro. Don't let them folks do that to you. That's spam. That's scam. That's scamming, bro. That's a fucking scam, bro. And that's just what the hell that shit is. You sick as hell, a motherfucker think they finna get on here. Nah, bro, I be looking for some money or some type of record deal or something. I don't need none of that. Stay my ass in the goddamn shelter. Collect my motherfucking disability I'm owed to. And that's what that is. Ignore these scams and these, yeah, because they get you pissed off, bro. Like, my phone just hit 20%. I got pissed off. 20 for what? What you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? I got pissed off. Stop lying, you know? Like, that shit just what that is, bro. But you must understand that. That's what they do. Because guess what it can cause? They can make me probably want to slap the shit out of somebody when I hear somebody say something that has something to do with jail, bro. That's what they do. That's what it causes, bro. Or anything like that. But all of that, bro. All of it. But that's just what that is, bro. I want y'all to stay blessed, bro. I'm gonna be doing way more live streams. I'm about to start letting people know about 24/7 surveillance. Hopefully it'll speed up the process, or just get a motherfucker, or just letting the motherfucker know, hey, bro, you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Let a motherfucker know, hey, bro, you say I'm this or that. You trying to piss me the fuck off? Okay, well I'm about to expose your system, so you gonna have to do something. And child support the only thing that's lingering over my head right now, bro. So that's just pretty much what that is. You gonna have to do something, bro, because I'm about to expose the shit out of this system, bro. I might buy a billboard, and you can't hold me back from a job. So that's what the fuck that shit is, bro. And it ain't even exposing the system, bro. Just putting people aware of the shit they put people aware to, making people aware of the shit other people are aware of, but the right people ain't aware of it. But they want you to think that hood dudes and shit like that aware of, because none of them people that go to jail, bro. So they want you to think that hood people are aware of that type of stuff. They want you to think that gangster people are aware of that type of stuff. So you can not whistleblow, or some shit like that. Nah, bro. I might buy a billboard. I'm about to get 100 signs. Go to every city. People need a constant reminder every day. Don't commit crime. Cause once I realized who was doing this stuff, 2 years ago, which was 7 years ago, I was targeted. I thought it was the Freemasons. Once I realized who was doing it, I was pissed, bro. Like, bro, that's the cops. You know what I'm saying? That's law enforcement doing that. Oh hell nah, bro. I'm about to tear your ass up either way I can. Then I seen people protest and defund the police. I seen how low the IQ of the population was. I seen how low the population's IQ was. People was um people was standing outside talking about defund the police, bro. No, bro. Like, yeah, defund the police. That's not how you do it. You don't stand outside with a like. How stupid are they, bro? People be stupid as fuck, bro. That's not how you defund the police. You let people know that consequences guaranteed. Department of Homeland Security. So now that's my only goal right now, bro. Unless they stop my targeting, unless they stop it, which it'll never stop. I'm talking about like complete stop, like complete. I got somebody complete, and they have already done shit that's just irreversible. So it's just like they've done way too many things that's just irreversible, and it's only to my mind that it's effective. But it's only to my mind that it's effective. Um, but yeah, I have to pretty much just make sure that they not getting some type of money, bro. You know, and I'm talking about in mass, bro. I'm talking. I have to make sure they not getting some type of money, bro. Like nigga, you go to these hoods, bro. In the morning time, something. 24/7 surveillance, Department of Homeland Security watching everything. Consequences will be. You will face consequences because people only do things because they don't want, because they think there's no consequence for it. That's why people do things. They know it's a consequence, but it's just 50-50 with them. Like shit, oh well, I did it right, so I shouldn't. You know, so yeah, that's how they think, bro. You know, so I just want to let people know to just defund them. But it's about an hour live. I like to keep my lives long so people just sit here and listen to me talk. Um, and just listen to this knowledge that I have. This is a high level target. That's it. I don't know any of y'all. I'm not gaslighting y'all for one. I don't know any of you. I'm not being told anything. I will take a lie test that I am not being told anything, bro. I don't know anybody. Uh, no other target. I'm not assigned here to harass somebody. A lie test is $400, bro. You're speaking to the realest person on the internet, probably in targeting. People don't say that, you know. But I would take a lie test to show my involvement and not my involvement, you know. So you listen to somebody real that can't really be gaslighting you, or anything like that. But all right, it's 57 minute live. I'm about to end it right here, and then I'll probably make another live soon. I'm gonna be back on here. But I love all y'all. I love every targeted individual in America, in the world. It's disgusting what we go through. Very psychological effects that won't be um, psychological effects that won't be irreversible psychological effects, bro. Irreversible psychological effects. No respect for authority ever. And that's just it. Love y'all. Another live soon.